Guest is here. He's leaving us and headed to Norman, Oklahoma to go see his beloved Tigers take on the Oklahoma Sooners. Of course, I'm talking about Jay Lenox from BeckElderLaw.com. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning, and thanks, McGraw. And yes, I am headed to Norman to watch my beloved Missouri Tigers.
It's old Big 8 week here, right? I mean, it's old school.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nothing says SEC football like Mizzou in Norman.
Yes.
How are things going over there?
Things are going very well. Staying busy.
Yeah. Tell us what we need to know. I know that now going through the process, I should have done it years earlier. Procrastination is probably the biggest roadblock for people sort of helping figure out their finances.
Yes, that is so true, McGraw. And the way I got started in this was helping younger families, young parents with minor children, and that's the kind of group that we're missing now.
Yeah.
And that is one of the most important reasons to have a will or a trust with minor children. If something would happen to mom and dad, who's going to physically care for the kids?
Mm-hmm.
And who's going to oversee the money? If you do nothing, then there's all kinds of can be disagreements between in-laws, and it's just a mess.
Yeah, and actually, you or Rudy or somebody told me in the office, look, God forbid something happens to you. You want your wishes carried out. Yes, I do. Well, you better put them down in paper and get it legal so that we know what your wishes are.
Yes, and McGraw, it is more than just putting it down on paper. There are certain things which have to be done. For instance, with a will, it has to be notarized, a trust, and notarized and witnessed. There are formalities to make sure that those are, in fact, your wishes, McGraw.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that you guys said to me, which really stuck with me, right? Emerson was, I don't know, she was 3 or 4 or 2 at the time, and you said, someday she's going to grow up and get married, and you want to protect this, and so let's think about this. Things I never thought about, right? I'm thinking about my 3-year-old and, the bottle. You guys were there to sort of think about when she turns 25 and 30 and 40 and 50.
Yes, and that's what we do. That's part of the estate planning process. And McGraw, we call that our heritage trust.
Yeah.
And you can have it for a 3-year-old, and you can have it for a 60-year-old. And I know my mother, she's 90, and I have her set up. There's 3 of us surviving children, so I have my own heritage trust.
Yeah.
It's not funded, and I know I'm not going to get divorced.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not going to have creditors and bankruptcies, but if I would have those things, it protects what is ever in the heritage trust.
Sounds like this heritage trust is a bit of a game changer.
And McGraw, it absolutely is a game changer, and it is a creature of Missouri statute. And it has to be a trust, 1, not created by you, and 2, not funded by you. So you cannot set up your own heritage trust. Somebody else has to set it up for you, and somebody else has to put the money into it for you. So you cannot add your own money into your own heritage trust.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's good for the next generation, I guess. That's what it was set up for.
Yes, and then if what's ever in the heritage trust, then it passes down. When the child passes away, the money and assets flow to his or her children.
Right.
And it's just a wonderful way. And McGraw, I was thinking of somebody I helped years ago, a 20-year-old. He had received he was going to receive $200,000 from his grandmother. And so what we did was I told his mom and dad, we need to put this in a heritage trust, and the heritage trust was going to buy the house. And the heritage and the name was in the house was titled in the name of his heritage trust.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember telling the mom and dad, what is so great about this, if he ever gets married and divorced, that house will always be his. A divorcing spouse can never, ever take that house from him. And the mom and dad looked at me and they go, Jay, that's really good because he's going to be divorced 3 or 4 times. And so it's little things, McGraw, that we don't think about.
Protecting yourself from yourself sometimes is probably the most important thing.
Yes. And it's just a wonderful way to pass assets down to children and grandchildren.
Rudy Beck, Jay Lenox, Caroline, I always get this. Caroline Stolzer. 3 wonderful people, the trusted team at BeckElderLaw.com. Right there on Highway 70, right? You've been there a long time.
We've been there I don't know. It's been there since the building was built in '84.
I heard Lewis and Clark sort of stopped by there and said hi.
And McGraw.
Lewis and Clark's children at least stopped by.
Their children did stop by.
All right, good. Jay Lenox, the phone number over there. What's the phone number?
It is 636-946-7899.
And BeckElderLaw.com. Both sides of the river, right? In Illinois as well as Missouri?
All over Missouri and Illinois as well, yes.
You want to protect your parents, you want to protect you, and you want to protect future generations. None better than BeckElderLaw.com. Jay, have a good, safe trip. Go Mizzou, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, McGraw. Appreciate it.